the homecoming tonight, organizers saying, Becca Habegger, my colleague here to tell us about this, that it might have been the biggest ever.
Oh, I would think so. There were people packed in this entire lobby here at McGee-Tyson Airport. Some family members and supporters arriving hours before the veterans were even set to arrive on their plane here around 8 o'clock. So I talked with some of them, the supporters and family members, and each one of them had a very important and powerful story to share.
The first veteran, I got to shake his hand, and I actually saw tears in this veteran's eyes, and I was hooked.
HonorAir volunteer Susan Burkhart says she wouldn't miss a homecoming ceremony for the world. She and dozens others worked for hours setting up the decorations for a welcome home ceremony.
God bless you, and thank you for your service, sir. We appreciate you.
For your information.
Reverend Ross Licata is a Vietnam War veteran who came out to show his support, as this is the first HonorAir flight to carry Vietnam War veterans.
I think they're finally getting the honor that they needed to get a long, long time ago. It's very overdue.
He and Hilda Presley, whose husband is on the flight, says Vietnam vets were not given the welcome home they deserved so many decades ago.
They didn't particularly weren't treated as well, the Vietnam veterans. It was a war that I think most of us didn't understand.
Her husband, Pete Presley, received a Purple Heart for a shrapnel injury in Vietnam.
He's proud to be here because he didn't come back in a flag-draped coffin.
Wanda Julian's husband served in Vietnam as well, but hers is a different story.
We married and we were together 2 weeks when he was deployed, and then 5.5 months later he was killed on Easter Sunday.
She is here with her mother-in-law, Stella Maples, whose husband, a World War II veteran, and other son, a Vietnam War veteran, are both on this flight. Finally, the moment arrived. Hundreds gathered to welcome home these heroes, and Vietnam War veterans received the welcome home so many were denied. So here's something that is so cool. I talked with the Maples family, Stella Maples, who lost a son to Vietnam, had another son who came home from Vietnam, and her own husband, a World War II veteran, was on tonight's flight. I spoke with them here at the McGee-Tyson Airport, and John, you caught up with them in Washington.
We'll have that moment where they spoke to each other and then saw the name of Paul on the Vietnam Memorial Wall. Much more on that in our newscast coming up tomorrow at 4, 5, and 6.